Hello everyone, this is Oka from MagLoft. Welcome back to the Universal App onboarding tutorial videos. Today we will be looking at the second menu on the left column, which is the branding option, the branding menu. And in this menu option, we have four different submenus: the app submenu, the appearance submenu, the pages SEO submenu, and then the custom domain submenu. So in the branding menu, this is where you'll be able to customize the identity of your publication or your magazine. All right, let me make it a bit bigger. Now, let's look at the first one, app. This is the high level customization of your magazine uh, identity. So here you can upload the logo. The logo dimension is a square one, so it would be great if you could upload a 400 by 400 pixels or 600 by 600 pixels. If the image dimension is bigger than the requirements, you will be able to crop it to meet the requirement. So it will look nice like this, and then you can also have an image with transparent background, so it will blend into your background color better. Besides the logo, you can have your publication title here, which will be the title on your homepage and everywhere for your publication. Right now it's called sample publication, and then underneath you see the subtitle, or this can be the description. The description will appear on the bottom menu, but you can also make it appear on the top menu if you want, depending on your preference. And the last one is the active domain. This is where you can see what your current active domain is. This is not where you change it. This is just showing you what's your current active domain. If you have not launched yet, it will show you like random letters, so don't worry about that. But if you have launched and then you've set up your custom domain, this will show it here. So that's the app submenu. Now let's move on to the appearance submenu. This is where you will do the more detailed customization of your magazine's homepage and most of the other pages. So first, you will see four menus at the top here. These will be the default settings for your whole magazine's website. For example, the cover size. You can choose which default ones you will take. Right now it's 3x4, and I'm not going to change it. And then you can also change the layout option. So on your home page, it will be split into left column and then right column, and then this layout option will allow you to choose the size for the left and right column respectively. You can also choose the separator, whether you want it to be visible or you want it to be invisible, so there is no separator line at all. Let me cancel it. And then default fonts would be the fonts for the whole website of your publication. You can change the different ones individually, but this one would be the default for almost everything. You can upload your own custom font if you want. So that's another great tool that you can use. The default colors would be the default setting for most of the colors here. We have the primary color, secondary color, the accent color. This one is the button color on the homepage for the install app. So you can change this, and then they will apply to everything that is shown here. If you need more information what this does, you can hover over the I logo. It will show you there. Let me cancel this one. All right, now let's go down a little. You see, click on an element below to make changes. So that's exactly how it works. You just need to click on, this is like the mock-up of your homepage. Just click on something and then you can adjust or customize it. Let me choose the top menu first, this one. Right, so for the top menu, you can choose the sizes. Let me choose the compact size. I don't want it to be too big. And then the logo, you can have it either in the middle like this with the tabs menu on the left side, or by default the logo would be on the left and then the tab menus are on the right. You can have animation if you choose medium or tall, but since I choose compact, the animation is not working. There you go, you can enable it. Okay. And then the top menu logo, if you do not choose this one, it will use the logo that you uploaded on the app submenu by default. So you can use a different one if you want, but leave it blank and then it will use the default one. Okay, the top menu title, subtitle, this would be, if there is nothing here, it will also use your publication name. And then this is the subtitle in the app submenu as well. You can show it or hide it. Since the top menu is limited in space, usually people hide this. And then the menu items or the tab options here, you can change the names. For example, the collection or issue page, I would call it back issues. In the universal app, we call it collection. That's issues, so don't be confused. So you can change it. If it is not changed, the default one is collection, so back issues, because people are more familiar with this term. The article, I'll leave it be. If you want to use another language, you can change them here. Account page, leave them be. So you can choose the title separately as, the font separately as well. But if you don't choose any individual fonts, it will use the default fonts that you have set up before. The colors, the background color, let me make it blue. And you see it changes here, the top menu, so you can preview it and save, let me save changes. As usual, if you are not live yet, it is very useful to do live preview, so you can see the changes you've made. For example, here, so now it's blue, and then these are all the settings that I chose before. Okay, let me go back. So the next one would be the banner. So this one is the top banner. It will be showing by default, but if you want, you can hide it. The banner is really useful for showing your magazine's identity, or it can be also used for a campaign or advertisement slot. So the banner can be made to open a new tab if you click on it. For example, here it will open an external URL, and then it will open in a new tab, not in the same tab, so the reader can still have your magazine open, and then it will open magloft.com. So you can change it if needed to your own website, or if you are using this as an ad slot, enter your advertiser's website here. Another thing is the banner size dimension is 1600 by 400 pixel, and that's the default banner size. It cannot be changed. So if you want to upload the banner, it needs to be in this exact size, so you don't have to crop anything. And you can upload both still image files like JPEG, PNG, or you can also upload GIF files, so your banner can be moving while people are looking at it. So that's another great tool that you can use. All right, so that's the banner, and now let's move down to the blocks. So these will make up the body of your homepage. These are blocks that you can simply drag and drop if you want, and you notice that there is a left column and the right column. You must have at least something on each of the column. If there is nothing, you need to add something, otherwise you cannot save it. So let me add the latest issue on the left. And to add something new, simply click on the plus button and then choose what you want to add. We have the advertisement, article category, article list, call to action, collection slider, opt-in form, installation guide, and subscription plan. Right, and also individually they can be edited. Latest issue, for example, I don't want to call this latest issue. I want to call this, let's say, magazine. It will show up, the name that you type here will show up on your home page. For example, let me do a quick live preview again. and you see it is now called magazine. But for things that do not have the name, for example, like the opt-in form here, it doesn't say opt-in form here. So if you change the name backend, it will not change it here. But for those with names like this, you can change them very easily. All right, you can also choose the color for the text. Black is default, so it's easier to see. And for the advertisement, you can change the title. It will not show because the advertisement's text can be edited from the advertisement menu itself. But this is useful for you to keep track of which is which. So for example, this one is the cola ad. So you know this one is the cola ad. You won't be confused with the other ones. For example. All right, so you can add anything here, and then you can add as many as you need. So it can be a really long home page or just as few as you need. So it can be like a short home page depending on your preference and needs. Now, if you go to the bottom, you see there's a secondary banner. By default, this one is hidden. But you can also use this the same way as a top banner. So you can upload a GIF file, you can upload a still image file, or you can just leave it empty and then hide it. And this can be a great campaign or advertisement tool because the top banner is usually the identity, and then if you need something for an ad, you can use a secondary banner instead at the bottom. And the last one is the footer menu. This is where your identity and everything will be displayed. So like this is the name, and then description, and then it will also show your website URL, and then your social media links. So you can enter your Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn here, and then your legal links like the privacy URL and terms of use URL. And as usual, you can edit the color. Right now I'm using the blue background. You can choose the item icon color as well. And if you notice, the top banner and the not top banner, I'm sorry, the top menu and then the footer menu has a different name for my publication. This one is called sample publication. This one is called Leave My Kitchen. So you can add a different title if you want, or just leave it and then it will use the same default setting. Let me save this. And that's it for the appearance tab. Now let's go to the pages SEO. And this is important because if you notice, if you share a link and then, for example, you are sharing a Facebook link to someone, there would sometimes be the preview underneath, like there's an image of what will be shown by going to the website URL that you share, and then like some description. Now this is where you can edit them. So this is good for your SEO because it will increase your magazine identity if you add the the relevant picture of your branding. So this is for the homepage. If you share the homepage link, this is where you want to edit the article, the description, and then the image, and then this is the article page, collection page, account page. And please note that if you have edited something, the save button is not at the bottom, unlike the the appearance menu. So for the pages SEO menu, the save button is at the top here. So don't forget to save your changes, otherwise it will not be saved. So that's the pages SEO. And next is the custom domain. Now this is where you actually put your custom domain name, so not in the app menu but here. If you are ready to launch, you can simply enter your subdomain, or if you want to use your root domain with www, that would work as well. So we need a subdomain or a root domain because we need DNS records. So you cannot use a subdirectory, for example, like website/magazine, because the subdirectory won't have a DNS. You need to use a subdomain or the root domain. And then once you enter it, you will see the option to click continue or next, and then there you will see the DNS requirements that you will need to add to your domain provider's site. Once you add the DNS records, wait for the propagation. It usually takes an hour or two, and after that it will start working, and then your magazine will be live and everyone can open it. And that's the branding menu. If you have any questions, contact us at support@magloft.com and just ask anything you want. Right, I'll see you in the next onboarding video. Bye bye.